Welcome to my show. I hope you're all doing well. Give me a few minutes for me to share stuff. It's been a very weird week for me this week with oh God, sorry. Well, it always happens when I go to get online. Everyone starts like trying to communicate with me, and every week it's just, it's like I don't know if they feel that like, you know, like my energy shifts or something. Everybody's like starting to text me. It like really gets on my tits. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a good weekend. My dog, as you can probably hear, is just waking up, making a load of noise as usual. He's just a pain in the butt, but never mind. I'll just share this, guys, and I'll be with you. Yeah, it's been a weird week for me. I think we had the blue moon at the weekend, i.e. a new moon, and then it's in Aquarius, and I've done nothing but cry since bloody Saturday. I did a God ceremony with Christopher Macklin on Saturday, which was very powerful because it eradicates so much negativity from this plane, and I was crying through that, and then I was crying. I just have not stopped crying really. since then it's just been release. So it's obviously needed to leave me. So yeah, it's been a very funny week in that respect. It's all been for the greater good of me, I think. You know, releasing so much stuff, but sometimes it's hard because you think, oh, when am I going to stop crying? This obviously needs to go. This obviously needs to leave me. And with new moons, with, you know, that's what happens. Things that no longer serve you leave you. So I understand the reason for it. It's just a bit heavy on the heart this week. I've just been a bit, oh, good grief, you know, as it ended. And I still feel quite tearful today, to be honest. So, yeah, it's been a bit full on, but I've just gone with it and just get on, you know, just get on with it. But sometimes, you know, you don't always have to have a reason to cry. Just know that your body wants that physical release, which is where I've been this week. Just releasing everything that's no longer serving me and just moving forward. You know, it is quite exciting times for me. I'm not ready to share it with you yet because it's not it's not concrete yet, but hopefully there's a lot of new things coming my way. So here's hoping, you know, that happens, that these things that are coming into play actually play out for me. It's been a long time coming. Hi, Melanie. Hi, Victoria. But yeah, hi, Jackie. It's really, been a full-on week, I think, with that blue moon and being in Aquarius, because Aquarius obviously is water sign, so I think that's why I've been crying so much. Hi, Miranda. But yeah, it is what it is. You just get on with it. But know that, guys, sometimes out there, you don't have to have a reason to cry. It's just physical release, you know, and you should go with it. If you want to cry, don't stop yourself crying. You should go with it, because better out than in are your physical body, and there's a reason for it, even if you don't always know what that is. I mean, to cry, it might even be the fact that you've been around someone else that's been down. Morning, Nicole. That's been down, you know, and they're kind of lower vibrational energies attached to your auric field, you know, your aura. So, you know, that can bring you down as well. So, you know, if you do feel like crying, guys, just cry. You don't always have to have a reason for it. Just know that it is a release. It's a physical release. But I just haven't really stopped crying since Saturday. I'm getting a bit fed up, though. I am getting a bit fed up with it. But it is what it is. But yeah, there's, on the back of that, there's a lot of stuff left me. There's a lot of new stuff coming in. It's taken me time to process this week. I don't really want to talk about it yet with you, share it with you, because it's just, you know, when it's nothing concrete yet. Once things are concrete, then I would say, but at the moment, everything's still very much up in the air. So I think if you're crying absolutely over everything, you've got to have an excuse to cry. And, you know, there's one thing in my life, Ashley, that brings up, and it's for me, and it's my ex-partner, you know, and I revert to him and then I'll have a good cry. But it's obviously, I'm shedding layers as well, especially on my heart. You know, I've really, really, really shed a lot of because I think, you know, we do protect our heart, you know, because we get hurt, and I think we shut it down, and I think that, you know, we protect it, so we put that wall up even though we don't realize. And I think for me it's very much like, you know, got to keep that heart space open, because if I'm not coming from love, I'm not coming from the right space, I'm not able to project and be, you know, the bright spark that I am, you know, if I'm not coming from love. So, you know, I have to check in with me, check in how I'm feeling. And you know what, if I want a good cry, well, let's just do it. Do you know what I mean? You know, you just, you know, you don't always have to have that excuse to cry. Just know that it's release. It's a physical release from your body. But for me, I feel with this situation with my ex-partner, I'm releasing those layers that I protected myself and the hurt he caused me, you know, and he probably didn't really mean to hurt me as much as he did. But I think when you know, when you're an empathic person, when you love people unconditionally, and you know, that's not always reciprocated, that's just part of that that experience with that person. And I don't think with him it was, but I absolutely loved and adored him. And you know, it's been hard. It's been hard to move through it. See, I'm at it again. But you know, it is what it is. But I've got to break down those walls, because I don't want to shut my heart down. You know, I have to deal with this. And you know, I just think if, you know, Michael is helping me heal and Archangel Raphael are bringing this up for me to heal, there's a good reason for it, because you know, it's all part of moving forward, you know, because I'm not actually ready to be with someone else at the moment. I think in my mind, yeah, I'd like that part of a relationship, you know, I'd like to be with somebody, and because I miss cuddles, I miss being intimate as well, not just about sex, but you know, just being intimate with someone, because he was like my best friend. And you know, we spoke every day, and you know, when you kind of go from that to nothing, you know, and then, sorry, it obviously needs to come out, guys. So I don't mind wearing my heart on my sleeve. You know, this is me. I don't mind sharing my life with people, because this is how we all learn. This is how we grow, you know. So I don't really mind like wearing my heart on my sleeve. It never bothers me like that. But you know, like I say, I've got to keep coming from this heart space, because I can't shut myself down. Otherwise, I'm not being me. I'm not being true to who I am. So, you know, at the moment, I do feel like I'm kind of fighting to shed these layers on my heart to, you know, keep coming from the heart space, being able to, you know, do what I'm here for as a light worker. And it's no good shutting off, you know, my heart to everybody, because that's not who I am, but it's not what I am as a light worker. So, you know, this is where I'm at the moment as well. I just feel like I'm shedding all these layers from it, which obviously needs to be done. I don't want to, like I say, come from any other space than the heart space, you know. But we are in Aquarius, and like I said, it's a water sign, so it is very apt that I've been doing a lot of crying, because it's a water sign as well, you know. And this is what I'm hearing, you know, there is a reason for everything. And even if we don't always get that at the time, you know, there is a reason for everything. And I kind of understand why, you know, why I'm probably dealing with this at the moment. Because, you know, there's a reason for it, because things that are going on in the background that I'm not prepared to share, because I haven't really got anything to share about it. It's all in the cogs, you know, it's all in the motions. of life. So there's nothing really to tell at the moment. But I think, you know, I have to go through this and deal with this for me to move forward. And I think that's where they're coming from, you know what I mean? So, you know, I just let the angels lead me, and let me, you know, put me in the right place and get me to do the right things at the right time that serve me as a soul, you know, and that's what the angels do. You know, that's what they do. They help us evolve. You know, and I don't really worry about life anymore because I give the worry to them. And, you know, because I'm lucky enough to hear them, like I hear a physical person, I get guidance every probably minute of every day. So, you know, but why I come on, I love doing my show here is, yeah, I like giving readings. Yeah, I like helping people. But it's also, you know, to let people know that, you know, we're all at probably different stages of our lives, as in evolving as souls, but to know that, you know, even someone like me that does have the guidance, that does have, you know, the ability to hear and see spirit and converse with the angels, you know, I don't have that, you know, it's not all flipping roses and you know, I do go through my own trials as well, because that's why we're here, you know. You know, but you know, we all have our crosses to bear, if you like, because that's all part of the evolving of souls. So, you know, people say to me, "Oh, yeah, well, it's all right for you because you can speak to your dad," because my father passed, you know, my grandparents, and I'm like, yeah, they're not in the physical. We still miss our loved ones, even though they're not here. You know what I mean? In the physical, and I might be able to converse with them and, you know, hear them when they come through, but it's still not the same. You know, it's still not the same, and it's the same with the angels. Yes, I hear direct. You know, I hear the direct guidance from them, but I've still got my stuff to go through as well. It's not all plain sailing for me just because I can hear spirit and I speak to the angels, because that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to evolve like everyone else, but as a teacher, and as I suppose somebody that does see and hear spirit, I'm here to help educate people and help people as well. But I think a lot of people have to understand that, you know, there is no death. We are infinite beings of the divine light, and, you know, we come in for this in-body experience of a body. And, you know, when we go home, you know, the body passes, it's given up the ghost, and we go home, you know. So, you know, for people that have all this dramaticness in their life, I feel like I've got a few people here that feel very dramatic about their lives today. You know, just know that it's all just for lessons, you know, and ask for help. Ask the angels for help. You know, ask your loved ones, because they're stood by your side to help guide you forward. You know, you might not see them, but they're leaving signs for you. I mean, what happened to me this week? I've got feathers blowing in the house. I've got butterflies hitting me in the face, practically. And then I opened the door 2 mornings ago, and there's a dead butterfly at my door, literally on my doorstep. And you think, oh, dead butterfly, that's not a good omen. But all it means, actually, if you look it up, it just means that, hi, Scott. It just means that it's an end of this cycle of my life, which is very relevant to what's going on in the background. And it's kind of confirmation that, you know, it's time for the next chapter. So, you know, they're telling me that kind of it's always been like this in my life, though. There's been no, you know, kind of, it's the next chapter. So you've got to move forward and have the balls to do it, if you like. So that's, you know, where I'm at. The fact that this stage of my life's ended and that things haven't worked out in this place for me because they weren't meant to. Do you see where I'm at? And I've questioned it, and I've been like, well, why haven't I done this? Why haven't I done that? Why haven't I got a home of my own? Why haven't I had, like, you know, a massive client base? Because I wasn't meant to. And, you know, there is a reason for everything. We just don't always know that. And we get frustrated and we get pissed off because we're like, it's not happening how I wanted to. and just sometimes it's not meant to. And you know, now that I'm going through these things in my life, I just know that the energy isn't here like that for me, and I kind of have always known that. So you know, the next chapter is, you know, a way to start, so I've just got to have the courage to go with it. And my dad came in this week and he said exactly that, you know, it's time for change. And you know, it is, I've just got to have the courage to sit with those changes before they play out for me, and have the courage to walk the path for those changes to, you know, to play out. And sometimes sitting with those kind of thoughts of change are scary, but then when you implement them, it's not so scary. Do you know what I mean? So it's funny, I'm looking at that, Rebecca Martin, and I'm talking about this, and it says, love a reading, please, just moved a new job. And do you see what I mean? You just, sometimes it's just reading that, it's just some of us, you know, we like worry about stuff, but we don't need to. You know, we don't need to worry about stuff. If you ask the angels for help, you know, they'll help assist you, of course. And even if like I say, you don't see the cogs turning in, you know, the divine, know that they are turning for your highest good. You know, it is time for something amazing, Miranda. I've been, you know, it's been a very long time coming. It's been, I always say to my clients, and I always say to people, you know, that, you know, frustrating energy isn't a great energy to come from, and it isn't, because it can be blocking. But I would say my life here has been very frustrating, very, and I would say very, like, there's an old song here it's called Chumbawamba. And it goes, when I get knocked down, I get up again. Well, I can tell you how many times I've got knocked down and got up again here, living here. You know, I mean, exasperation isn't the word that goes for it. You know, but that was the path. That has been the path. It's helped me lead to where I am today, and it's helped me be strong. You know, I've really had to grow big furry balls, really, even though I'm a girl. I've had to, and it's all been part of the plan, because if I hadn't have done that, I wouldn't have had the courage probably to take this next step, or even the two before this. So, you know, like I say, things happen for a reason, and that's all I can tell you, really. And sometimes you think, God, this is a bit too much. This is like heavy for me. I'm not coping with this very well. But you know, they never give you more than what you can cope with. And that's the thing. You know, they never do. They never do. And I was speaking to a friend of mine in America this week, and she said, maybe you should just tell them to lay off that heart center a bit this week. And I said, nah, if it needs doing, let's just get it done, and I'll cry and I'll do what I need to do, you know. So that's it, you know, that's that's it. So just get on with it, you know. Just, if I've got to deal with this, let's do it. Let's get it done, you know. This is where, you know. Oh, that's good, Jay. And it's nice if you're speaking to the angels and your other spirit teams, you know, it's good. It's good. You're doing it. You're following the guidance for yourself and others. You know, it is easy to find the guidance. You just need to know what the guidance is. And, you know, the angels, spirit, leave angel signs for us everywhere. Hence, you know, I've got, and I had a ladybird on my bin today, and that's also another spiritual sign. It's also another spiritual sign, which means a ladybird, I believe, means good luck. So you feel a bit all over the place. Is it Shay? I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm terrible with trying to pronounce It feels like you've been all over the place. Yeah, it does. But then, do you know what I feel? I feel like you haven't been able to concentrate on much. And you have to understand that what you kind of think is what you get back into your life. And I feel like you've been jumping around a lot. And I think you're indecisive about a lot of things. And I think this is what this is coming. Shut. I see. I'm terrible with pronunciations. Oh, bless you. Well, you know who I'm talking about. Shayana. Oh, beautiful. But it just feels like, you know, I just feel that you're not sure what you want. And I think this is probably why things are jumping around for you. So you understand when you're manifesting, you know, you kind of reap what you sow. So if you're thinking, you know, if you're feeling like that, you're going to probably bring that back on you. So if you kind of quiet your mind and try and manifest what you're wanting, it's going to come to you, I'm hearing. And I feel this is, you know, your mind's jumping about a lot. So I think if you're actually more like constructive of actually what you're wanting, things will then shift for you. Because I feel it's your brain space. You seem to be jumping here, there, and everywhere. So that's what I'm hearing. It would help if you could quiet your mind and be sure and give the universe directions on what you want. But know that when you're asking for the universe for something or you're wanting something, you usually only have to ask for it once. You know, you don't have to keep growing arms and legs to it. Just ask for it the once, but be sure of what you're asking and have the intention of you manifesting it, because I feel like there's doubt on the back of that. So I feel like they're just saying, just watch what you're thinking and make sure, you know, you're manifesting good stuff, because you seem to be bringing a lot of, yeah, exactly. But you have to understand that if you're saying to the universe, I'm stuck, you're going to be. You see, it's the same concept where people say to me, I'm not hearing the guidance, or I don't hear the angels. Well, if you're telling the universe you don't, it blocks it. Do you see what I'm saying? So I feel for you that they'll come in it there, that I'm hearing direct for you is to literally be careful of what you're thinking, and, you know, understand that if you're resonating that I'm stuck, you're going to be, you know, and ask for the guidance. You know, ask for guidance. The thing is, like, you see, this is the thing with you. I think you've had ideas, and I think you're overlooking the ideas you've had. That's what it feels like. And the fact is, definitely understand. Yeah, exactly. I know you'll understand what I'm saying, because this is the message that Spirit are bringing for you. So, you know, you have to get that, guys. And anyone else out there, that if you're saying, I can't hear, or I don't know where to go, or I'm not hearing Spirit, I'm not hearing guidance, or I'm blocked, or, you know, that's just going to keep coming back at you and giving you that vibration, you know. And this is something I try and help people understand with something like depression. If you're, you know, there saying I'm depressed, well, those feelings are going to continue to come back to you, because that's the way the universe works. That's the way it is, you know. Yeah, but you see, that's the thing. And I think, but then on the back of that, it comes down to you not wanting to take responsibility for you as well. It feels like you're lacking confidence. That's what it is. And you seem to want to say to everyone else, you tell me what to do. So it's kind of on them. And it's not, it's on you. You know, you've got to, like, walk in your light and walk in your power. And this is what you need to do, Spirit is saying. You cannot give that. You can't be asking people what you should be doing. It's your divine right, but it's also your soul's choice. Do you get where I'm at with that? And it feels like you don't, in a way, want to take responsibility for that, and you lack the confidence. But this is what you have to work on. Exactly. I know. And this is what they're saying. You have to work on your confidence issues. And this is the root of it all, because once you can start pushing boundaries within you, everything's going to come, because you're not going to limit yourself through your mind. Look, I suffered with shyness very badly. I suffered with confidence as well. And Archangel Michael started a Metatron, because these are two massive archangels, guys, that you cannot refuse. They really do push you out your boundaries. And it you know, once they started with me, I kind of just had to keep going. But the thing is, with this scenario, I do know how you feel, because, you know, 4 years ago, I don't like my voice, didn't like to be seen, very unconfident. I felt I sounded like a mouse. And I just, you know, was really uncomfortable. But I just kept doing it. I kept doing it and kept doing it, kept being seen, getting out on video, you know, listening to my own voice. I kept playing my voice back to me. Michael was saying, just listen to your voice. And, you know, like, I really, really, really kept going at it. And 4 years later, I don't care. You know, yoo-hoo, this is me. I'm me. If you don't like something, or there's something that I say that, you know, or the way I look, or something that isn't for you, then move on. I'm me, you know. And I think this is what you've got to start working on and take a look at, they're saying, because it's your self-confidence that's actually holding you back. And they're saying you don't need to come from ego with it, okay? Because I'm not egotistical, because that's not necessarily the good place to come from, being egoed. But it's just about being comfortable with who you are and what you're about. I mean, I started to do mirror work. I don't know if you've ever tried mirror work. And mirror work, it's quite an easy thing to do. A lot of people, coaches out there, charge a lot of money for this. They do. Hi, Hayley. They charge a lot of money. And what I love to do, I did with mirror work, is just literally get a mirror, looking in it, and see what you see about you, and start looking really into you. Because I mean, I've broken mirrors before, going back, you know. And I think I've really done a lot of work on myself with the help of the angels, of course, with Daniel, my guardian angel, and I've really, really fought a long time. And I think this is where you need to start coming from now. This is your issue for me, and you cannot give people the responsibility of telling you what you should be doing, sweetheart, because it feels like that you're saying, if it goes wrong, I can blame them. No. You have to make mistakes in life. You have to fall at hurdles to learn, to grow, to know right from wrong. You know, this is what you have to do. And you know, ask spirit for guidance. You know, have a try at mirror work. I mean, for me, honestly, it took time. But when I really started knowing me and the soul, because I've had a lot of relationships around me as well that were you know, narcissists and coercive relationships, and people being very down on me as well. So I actually didn't think that I was worth much. So, you know, all these things came together for me as I was shy. I didn't think I was good enough. I didn't feel worthy. And all these things come under that confidence thing. So, you know, there's been a big, big shift with me, sweetheart, to address those issues and understand what was making me underconfident, what was making me feel not worthy. Do you see where I'm coming at? So you've got to start coming from self-love somewhere. You've got to start putting in boundaries, I'm hearing, okay? And you've got to start look into you. There's no harm. At least look into you. I mean, is it that bad what you might find if you look into you? Do you see where I'm at with that? So try it, because this is where it's stemming from. That's what it is. That's what Michael's telling me. It is. It's literally that. But you can correct it. It's another lesson. You can correct it. You can do work on you, and you will get there. You know, and put the boundaries in there, because and you know, the self-love and the respect for you. You know, it'll come. It's just, don't be scared, because you're not a bad person. And I kind of feel on the back of me, you know, because at certain points in my life, I was like, well, I'm this shit person because everyone tells me I am. So I must be this bad person. And I was a bit scared to do that. But then once I opened the doors and looked inside, I was like, no, this isn't, you know what I mean? So it'll all come for you, okay? But this is where it is. And I kind of feel for you, you'll fly. You are going to fly. It's just getting over this hurdle. That's what I'm hearing, okay? So that's what they're saying to deal with first. I really hope that's helped you, because that's the divine message I was getting for you. And, you know, I just, I hope that's really, really helped you, my darling, because, you know, that was the divine, you know, that's what they wanted to say today for you. And I just, I hope it helps you. Bless your heart. And I'm only as amazing as the people I work with, and Archangel Michael, and you know, there is people out there, that my angels that help me in the spirit realm, so I can't take all the credit, but it's all about helping. It's all about helping people, and you know, that's what it's all about. Oh, thank you, Alison. Thank you, Alison. That's lovely. I try. I'm just me. I don't pretend to be anyone I'm not. Those days, I'm just myself. And the lady I just been speaking to, she'll get to that point. You know, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. You can't be everybody's cup of tea in life, you know. Oh, I hope it's helped you, sweetheart. That's what they had to say. So I hope I gave it to you in you know, I didn't, I gave it to you in a gentle way, you know, because sometimes they can be very pushy. They can be blunt. So I was trying to give it you in a non-blunt way, but you would get it, you know, that would help you. Yeah, but you will do. You see, I had this as well. You will do, because you probably had that scenario of people putting you down and telling you that you're this, that, and the next thing. And it's that pattern of, you know, thinking that you're in the wrong, you know. I bet we've been there so many times in my life. But, yeah, you know, something ticked off the list, moved on with, you know. So, but I hope that's helped, love. You know, as long as you know you're coming from the right space in life, you know, you're not going to get on with everyone, and you're not going to please everyone, and that's the way it is. And if people want to, you know, if people want to put you down, then that's on them. If you're doing your best and they take something you say wrongly, it's not on you, because it'd be different if you meant it that way, I'm hearing, you know. And I haven't got my chip mug tonight. I have my grumpy mug tonight. I had Mr. Grumpy. I'm not grumpy, but but I hope that's helped, really, because that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Right, who else is out there tonight who would... Well, it's tonight for you. It's not for me, but just see if there's anyone else that would... Neura Williams. See if I can get your energy to me. You feel a bit guarded. I don't know why. Does it feel like I'm going to say something bad to you? I don't know. It feels like you're a bit guarded. I can't really get your... don't really feel like I can get your energy for some reason. Just feel like a bit of a wall there. But oh, thank you. I'm not, because I was questioning that about my mugs a while ago, the Disney thing, because they say there's yeah, I know you are. that I told you you got a wall there. You're feeling anxious. Yeah, I can feel that. I can feel it. Yeah, but you see, that ends up as a blocking energy to me. So, but no, there's, thing is, when I do my readings, they're, I never get anything bad because I don't want anything bad from my clients, so I never say anything bad because I don't get it, because I don't want it. But no, I just feel you're a bit guarded, which is preventing me really getting your energy. That's how it feels. I feel blocked. God, it feels like you. No, I'm useless at pronouncing names. I am useless. Narelle, is it not Narelle Charles? Can I ask Narelle if I've got, because I obviously have to pick your energy out of a cloud, so kind of thing. So can I ask if you're lacking direction right now? Because I feel there again, you're a bit blindsided. Can I just ask, I've got your energy on that, please? That's resonating with you. No, it's your energy. It feels like you're blocking your energy, Neura, because you're anxious and you're a bit thing. That's what happens. You can block the energy, you see. I just couldn't grasp it to get hold of it, because it feels like you're just very scared, or what I'm going to say, or whatever, That's how it feels. And sometimes that can act very blocking and stop me getting your energy. Puts like a bit of a wall up. That's the way it works. Yeah, I just feel you're really blindsided as well. I feel like I've got a lot of people out here that are just saying that I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know which direction I'm going in, and if you keep saying it, it's going to keep coming that way. And I feel it's like that, a bit like that with you as well. It's just the fact that you're kind of coming in on that energy of I don't know what I'm meant to be doing, and oh, good grief, my dog, sorry. Yeah, you see, this is the thing, and I feel like that's the lesson for you as well, is the fact that it's kind of, if you're saying that to the universe, this is what keeps coming back. But I feel like it's about timing for you. I feel like things will fall into place to you. Can you hear my dog, honestly? Every time. No, the thing is, bless you, Neura Williams, I think I spelled that right. It's just the fact you block your energy because you're just like scared of what I'm going to say. And bless you, it's the first time you've obviously come for a reading, but I can't get it because you're like freaked. So I probably am not going to get it this time. It's the way it happens. It's all a learning curve for us all, but it's just the fact it's the first time, you've tried. Yeah, you are, darling. But do you know what? This is what they're saying to me. It feels like things will move in for you when they're meant to, and it's the divine timing thing. And I feel for you right now, you're wanting it now. You want these things to fall into place for you now. And Spirit is saying the thing with divine timing, and I always say this, we don't see the cogs of the wheels of the divine timing turning behind up the scenes of our lives. We never see that, and we think, I want it now, I want this in my life, I want this to fall into place. And I feel they're sharing with me that, your life's going to fall into place, you're going to get where you need to be, but it's just the fact it's just not yet. I hope that's resonating with you, because that is what I'm getting. I just feel that's what I'm getting for you. You know, it feels like it's going to come into play for you. You just have to have the trust that it's going to come in. That's what I'm hearing. It's frozen. What, your life? Your life's frozen. Because I just got this whole concept of it and move forward when it's ready to. And it's all about, you know, because you're wanting to move. It feels like this is it. You're wanting your life to move forward. You're wanting it now. But it'll in divine timing. And you cannot see the reasons why at this time it's not moving. You know, it's not moving forward, but it will. It will. And this is what you have to hold on to. The fact that when it's meant to, it will. This is what I get for you. That's what I get for you, Narelle. If I'm saying that right. So that's what I hear for you, is the fact that, you know, life will move forward for you when it's meant to. And it's just not happening when you want it to. This is what I feel. I hope this is resonating with you. Yeah, what I was saying, I just hope that resonated with you, that your life will move forward in the divine timing rather than when you want it to, you know, because those cogs are turning behind the scenes of divine timing that you're not seeing. That's what I'm getting for you. That's what I'm getting for you. And I hope that makes sense. Sorry, is my screen froze or something? I look normal to me, but I don't know about you. If it's frozen to your end. Sounds, I just want to see if that, before I move on, is that helped you in any way? Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. And you're not seeing those, you know, the cogs of the divine timing wheels turning in your life, but know that it will come to you. You know, but it's not when you want it to, it's when it's meant to. And the thing is, with the divine timing cogs of life, you don't see why things fall into play when they do, because you in the physical want it now, you know, because you want what you want now in your life. It's not when divine timingly it's going to come into your life. This is what Spirit is saying, and your frustration, and you're getting frustrated, but know that you're working towards that, and it'll fall into place for you when it's meant to, but you're not seeing why it hasn't fallen into place at this time, because you want it yesterday. And this is what I'm hearing. So know that that it will. It's just having the patience, I'm hearing, for the divine timing to play out for you. And that's where I'm at with it, really. I hope you've got that information now, if your screen kept freezing. I just did. Like, how many times? Yeah, basically, things aren't coming into play in your life when you want them to, because they'll come in divine timing. You know, and know that you're heading in the direction you want to, but you're not seeing that because the cogs are the wheels of divine timing. You don't always see that because it goes on behind the screens. And know that and know that you will, you know, it'll work for you. Neura Williams, like, this wasn't for you, it was for another lady. Yeah, exactly. I know you are, but know that you're heading in the right direction. It will come into play, but not when you want it, not when you think. It'll come in when divine timing. And things, you know, actually help, you know, that's all you have to know, is I'm hearing that you're heading, you'll get there, but it's not when you want, it's when it's divine timing. So that's what I'm hearing. So don't give up. Keep your thoughts high vibrational, moving forward, but it'll just all fall into place, not when you say, when it's meant to, is what I'm hearing. So I hope that's really helped. I just hope that's really helped. But I'm just hearing to know that you know, you are heading in that right direction. But yeah, you're getting frustrated. But that, you know, just keep your thoughts high to help bring it to you. That's what I'm hearing. Narelle, yeah, it wasn't for you. It wasn't for you. With your spiritual gifts, I've kind of got your energy a bit now. I feel like you're jumping all over the place with your spiritual gifts. I'm hearing just stick to what you want. Stick to one thing that you want to be good at. I'm hearing within spirituality, and go for that firstly, because I feel like you're putting your energy in everything, and that's, you know what I mean. And I think Neura Williams, I'm talking to now. You need to think about where you want to go spiritually, what you want to put your energies into, and just start with one thing, because you're jumping all over the place. You're like wanting to learn about this, and you're scattering your energies. So, you know, you really need to kind of think about, I'm hearing, spiritually, and what path you want to go on, and focus on that. That's what I would say. That's what I would definitely say with that one, because you're jumping all over the show, it feels like. You want to educate yourself, but yeah, that's good. That's good. You know, it's good, but you just need to, if you're doing that, you scatter yourself, you scatter your energy, and this is what Spirit is saying, and exactly what I do. It's draining, of course it is, hun. So what you need to do is focus on one thing you're drawn to and go for that. And then once you feel you've exhausted that, you've learned everything, then move on to the next thing. Ask for the guidance for things to jump out at you and what you should be led to. But, you know, I just feel you're scattering yourself, your energy, because you're trying to learn everything at once, and you can't possibly do that. You know, you have to understand that your spiritual path is one of, you know, of growth, and, you know, there's time. This is you. I think with you have this whole concept, you've got to learn everything in a day, and it's not that way. So Spirit are reminding me to tell you, you know, just focus on one thing. Once you've done that, then go to the next and the next and the next, and then you won't find that you're spreading yourself thin and you're being drained because you just want to suck everything up. But you're actually, it feels like you're not retaining it anyway. So you're better off just like, right, I want to start to learn about crystals, or I want to start how to do the oracle cards, or, you know, focus on one thing at a time until you find your niche. You find with spirituality, you can have all these things like, oh, I want to learn about crystals, but then you might feel like I did, that crystals are actually, I didn't want to do Reiki. It didn't feel right for me, you know. Working with crystals in that manner felt it was too easy for me. Do you see what I'm saying? You have to start somewhere, but I would say, you know, focus on one thing and then move forward. Don't, because you're just scattering your energy, and you, like you say, you're draining. So I would say, you know, just start. Hi, Elizabeth. You know, start at one thing and move forward, because you usually find exactly, but usually find if you start one thing, it'll lead you into something else naturally, and that's what I'm hearing you need to do, rather than like wanting to suck up everything at once, because you don't retain it anyway. So, you know, I mean, I suppose spirituality, it does take you from one thing to another. And that's what you need to do. You've got time to educate yourself. You've got time to let spirit put you where they want you, type of thing, and what you're going to be good at. The thing is, holding the light on this earth at the moment is enough as well, you know, just holding your beacon of light, radiating to the universe. You know, just because you're spiritual, you don't have to be a psychic medium, you don't have to be a healer. Just coming from the heart space and holding the light here on earth, Nura, is enough as well. You don't have to, you know, you're awake, you're on your spiritual path, that can be enough as well. So, you know that you don't have to go sucking up every book you read. You know, let the journey, relax about it, and let it take you where it's meant to. That's what I'm hearing for you. So I hope that's really helped. And chill, because I would never tell you anything bad. I never get it anyway. But I think you're on your spiritual path, Alison, and I think just what I've just said is quite relevant to you, is the fact that, you know, just holding the light and coming from the heart space on this. I hope you do feel peace, honey, because I feel that's what you needed to hear today, Nura. You know, you really needed to hear that, sweetheart, and I hope that's helped, because you have time. And let spirit take you on that journey. Let them put you where they want you to be. Okay, that's what they did for me. But the fact you're awake, the fact that you're on your spiritual path is enough, I'm hearing at this time. All right? It's exciting. Let it take you where where it should take you in all different ways. But don't exhaust yourself, you know. But Alison, I feel for you, you know, people, just because you're not a healer or you're not doing a spiritual practice doesn't always necessarily mean you're not on your spiritual path. And this is something that people have to also understand. You know, coming from the heart space, throwing love into the world, just holding the light, especially at this time, you know, I've got the angel bumps now, is a big thing, because you as a light worker, same as you, Nura, you know, coming from that heart space, coming from the joy space of love and light and all the rest of it, you're projecting that into Mother Gaia. If you can also put that down through in meditation, or you're radiating it to the world, you know, to the universe. And that, just holding the light right now, is, Michael always says to me that one person outshines the dark 10 to, that's something he says to me. So, you know, if you do want, and you are on your path, Alison, because you wouldn't be here. So you're awake and you're open to the fact of spirituality, for sure, otherwise you wouldn't be here. But if you want to start more of a journey, then ask them where they want you to want you directionally to go. And that's something Nura could go with as well. It's, if you know, ask spirit, ask the angels, you know, to where do you want me to go, and they'll bring things to you. I mean, it's never ending what they do. They might even pop a workshop up on your Facebook newsfeed. You know, they help you. All you have to do is ask. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. But this is what I mean, Alison. Already felt you were there. Already felt you were doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I think for you, you're already on your spiritual path. You're already evolving, helping others, you know, and also healing others and showing people. I really feel that you also show people that you don't need pills. I know it sounds weird, but that I'm hearing the fact that, you know, you clear the chakras and you give people that lesson, the lessons of the fact that, you know, we are all energy, we're energetic, and you don't need to take drugs to heal. And I think that's a big part of what you do, you know. And it wouldn't surprise me if you're not already doing that you will be going into diet with people, I'm hearing, which is very interesting. You know, herbal stuff, teas, it's like, you know, to benefit the body on the back of your healing. And this is kind of, if you haven't already thought that, this is kind of maybe another thing you could think of, I'm hearing, to offer benefits of dietary things, but are all good, you know, vegan or whatever. That's what I'm getting. But I feel you're hit on the head. Yeah, I feel you're there. You know, you're doing what you're meant to be doing at this time, for sure. And I think, you know, me doing this is just validating that for you, you know, and that's what you need. That's just what you've needed. You know, I feel you've fought to get where you're at as well, like on the confidence thing, and you've got there. And I think it's a time for you to kind of pat yourself on the back and look what you've achieved. You know, you just get, you're like me, you're a power, you know, fighter, really. You're just like, you know, you don't look back, but they're saying you've achieved so much, and there's so much more to come. But I think that spirit will take you in other directions as well. But at the moment, you're on that path. You're doing at this time what you're meant to be doing. But I do see dietary stuff coming in as well, which is very interesting. It's something else to offer and something also to sell, I'm hearing. So, yeah, interesting. But I really feel that this is confirmation for you today, Alison, that I'm just, you know, to give you the validation that you're on that, you're doing what you should be doing at this time. That's where I'm at with that, you know. You've got a real high vibrational fun energy, actually. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I hope that's helped. I hope that's helped. Oh, God, I don't know where my time goes on my show. Guys, if any of you want a prolonged reading, my private readings are normally an hour. They're very relevant normally to what you're going through in your life. I don't get anything bad. I just get anything of the light. I do have to charge for them because I am trying to keep a roof over my head. But you can catch me at Suzi, SUZI, on Facebook. I do my readings all over the world. I am an international psychic medium clairvoyant. Australia, New Zealand, Tasmania, America, you name it, my clients. I do them all over the world. So if you do want a prolonged hour reading for me, I'd be most grateful to give you one. Like I say, I do charge, but I have to keep a roof over my head. I'm not overly expensive to what others charge, but if you are interested, please reach out, and I would love to give you a prolonged reading of an hour, and I do record them for you. Yeah, I do them all over the world. I do my readings all over the world. Where was I last? No, New Zealand last week, Tasmania the week before. You know, it doesn't matter as long as I can see you and do it through I can do it video link or whatever, you know. Yeah, so thank you for coming in. I hope guys you've enjoyed it. But yeah, if you do want a prolonged reading, I'm here. I would love to give you a reading. But I think that's me kind of done today, guys. I'll be back next week if I can afford to pay for my show. But I am very grateful for those of you who turned up. So, thank you, Elizabeth. Yeah, Elizabeth, God love you. You're in, I gave Elizabeth a reading, bless her heart, but thank you for that, Elizabeth. I do enjoy giving my readings and helping people. That's what I'm here for as well. But also I do try and educate people as a teacher while I'm on my show, because thank you so much for the beautiful comments. Thank you. And I love doing my Australian show. You really are lovely people, and I am so grateful that you turn up for me and see me every week. And thank you for my regulars out there that connect with me. Thank you so much. It means so much. But yes, I should be back here next week. So anyway, I'm going to shoot, guys, because it's nearly an hour. And I just hope I've helped a few of you today, and probably did a few few teachings that I did earlier. Oh, I love you, Elizabeth. I'll speak to you later, darling. But I'll shoot, guys. But I'll see you next week. Much love. Much love.